ACF to meet Afenifere Ohanaeze on peace. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Cautions against endorsing candidates. Chieftains of the Arewa Conservative Forum ACF have converged in Kaduna to deliberate ahead of the 2023 elections on how to collaborate with Afenifere and Ohanaeze on peaceful coexistence. The ACF at the meeting cautioned its members to stay clear of speaking about and endorsing any candidate for the 2023 presidential election. Well, the thing is, at the end of the day, whether they endorse or whether they do not endorse, anyway, it is people like, this thing I want to say now. It is people who are actually not in the know of what is going on in Nigeria. People who have been kept in the dark. People who have been kept in the dark. Those are people who you are going to come in and say, oh, as in people who have been kept in the dark, and those who are actually, they know what is going on, they'll say, you know what, this person is my candidate. When you ask them why, they're going to say, this and this and this. And somebody who is ignorant will say, he's also my candidate too, since he's a good person. Yes, believe you. I will say it again. This thing I want to say, people might misunderstand me, but I'll say it anyway. You see the Northerners, they're the people that can do like that. Somebody from a Northern Nigeria who is wealthy can decide to, look, I'm going to vote for this person. I want people to vote for him. He's this and that is this, and they'll vote for him. But you see, it cannot happen in the South. Do you know why? Education have opened people's eyes, and people now make choices for themselves. People now know that there is more to life. Did the Northerners know that there is more to life apart from rearing their cattle, apart from farming, apart from, dobale to somebody, and at the end of the day, the person gives you one pint of rice or money? Did they know that they can actually make that money that person is giving to them? Did they find out that these people have been keeping them in dark? It's not going to be funny for those people. In fact, there'll be problems. Big one. So these are the people that you can come out and say, oh, I've endorsed this person is my person. Then if they influence people in their community. That is why some of them they are living in ignorance. Why? They don't know much. And they don't want these people to know much, because if these people find out and their eyes open like the Southerners, it's going to be a disaster. Because then they will now say that, so these people are not even our enemies. Oh. They are not our enemies. We are our own enemies here. Let's find out more about this. The news in detail, please stay with us. The forum said that as the race to the 2023 general election begins, its members will be subjected to questions from outsiders as to which candidate the ACF will endorse. The ACF chairman Audu Ogbe said at the National Executive Council INEC meeting on Wednesday that members were advised that the answer to such questions should always be ACF is not a political party to endorse any candidate. The former minister said there was a need for the forum to hold meetings with its counterparts in Southeast, Southwest and South-South in order to douse political tension in the country. He said such meeting will ensure peaceful coexistence among Nigerians ahead of the forthcoming general elections. According to Audu Ogbe, they plan to have meetings with Afenifere Ohanaeze. South-South People Congress is still on course because there is a need to put a stop to abusive words against one region or the other. We should desist from endorsing any candidate for the 2023 presidency. If anybody asks you about endorsement, tell such person that we are not a political party, even for 2023. We do not know yet who the candidate is. We are not a political party. We do not participate in political activities except where it becomes necessary. May God help us with a good candidate. It is the only Almighty God that can solve our problem. Our plans to have a meeting with our counterpart, South-South People Congress, Afenifere Ohanaeze, is still in progress. Once we are done with the plans, we will let you know. We need to make peace. Abusive words on social media will not help us. We do not chaos. We do not want chaos in this country. If we turn refugees, where do we go? We will abandon on our property because we cannot carry anything along with us other than Ghana must go back, he said. Ogbe condemned kidnapping and killing of students and pupils in both private and public schools across the country. He said the government must try very hard to bring sanity to our school system. Otherwise, we are going nowhere because there are crimes like cultism, sodomy, and others in most of our schools today. While the chieftains continue to deliberate on other sundry issues, journalists were seen waiting outside the venue as a communique is being expected at the end of the meeting. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I know some people will say, it is now that it's election that you're coming to say this. Please, I've said this before. And I never tired to fight this war. If I never tire, see, we, the generation that did not even know when it happened, we are tired. We are tired. Some people have been bought over by a different story because there is no history for them to see. Their great-grandfather gave them his version, their this gave them a version, and they grew alongside with it. They feel these people are the enemy. We claim that we have stopped, the war has ended, but we are still fighting a war. If you go on social media, if you go to places, there are places you go to and you hear things, you're like, haba. They don't even know each other, and they are insulting and abusing themselves online like this. We should toe the path of peace. At the end of the day, we are not each other's enemy. No, we're not. The enemy is not within us, it's outside. That is why they do not want the Northerners to find out what the Southerners know, so that the Northerners and the Southerners can now say, we're on the same page. Let's do this. Yes, they will keep keeping the Northerners in the dark, so that they'll keep seeing the Southerners as the enemy. Look at them, things are going well for them. They are doing this and they are doing that. They will use also religion as a tool. They're going to tell, look at them, look at how they're dressing. Do you want to come and be dressing like that? To be opening your body, and this one will happen to you, and this one will happen to you, and that one will happen to you. Do you want to go there? Look at this one now. They're divorcing their house. See, they'll keep fronting only the bad ones to them. They're not going to tell them of the good behaviors, how education can turn things around for them, how they can become better persons, how they can, It is high time we told the path of peace. If nobody don't tire, me, I don't tire. On this note, we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of the day.